Shalom. Shalom. Call halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakah HaKadosh. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, where I learn 100% true from. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatam. Shalom to the elder bishops, the elders, prophets, and teachers and evangelists who are also learning this 100% true from. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barakatam. Shalom to the speckled bird, the confused face, the Akim and Aqua, the Akim on the highways and byways, and last but not least, the elect. Back again with another video. This is a sit down, and I'm going to entitle it The Mark of the Beast. I've got some scriptures together, and I pray that you be edified with it. And I guess the proper way to go into it is talking about, well, what is the mark of the beast? Well, the beast is a system set up by Esau, and the mark is something that the system intends to use to make perpetual slaves, which is also a mark telling Yahweh Yahushai that they will not serve Yahweh Yahushai, and they will serve Esau in the system, which is the beast. And that mark is going to be a C-hip, which is going to be in Greek it's called charagma, which is going to be which means to cut into, which is going to be inserted into every being's body, that the system could monitor everything that is done by that being, and preferably for 2/3 of Israel, the Israelites, they're going to accept this mark, and this mark will entitle that they will not serve Yahweh Yahushai. They will not be obedient to Yahweh Yahushai. And it also marks destruction to all those Israelites, which are the 2/3, along with the rest of the beings here in Babylon, also over there in Israel, because the whole world is going to accept this C-hip. So I got some scriptures put together, and I pray that you be edified with it. So, I just finished taking care of some business, so I was running around doing some things. So let's get some scriptures. And this C-hip that we're speaking about is to take place real soon, sooner than we think. And in the beginning, it's going to be offered as a way of a beneficiary to all men. And then after a certain amount of small time, Revelation 12:12, it's going to be mandatory that you take this, and this is going to be the hour of temptation when it becomes mandatory, because there are going to be repercussions from Esau if you don't accept what he's offering. Ezekiel 3:17, it reads, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. So we are out here giving warning to Israel, and not even just Israel, to all people, on what's to come. Now, these things are definitely going to come because it's prophecy out of the mouth of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. And he sent his men and his teachers and his prophets and his elders to warn the world about what's about to happen, a prophecy on what's going to happen, which is to a prophet is to what is it, to see before. So you know, you have to get yourselves prepared, because these things are going to happen, and there's nothing that no one can do to stop it. Verse 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, talking about Israelites who are wicked, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. So he's talking about the men who are Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai, who are supposed to give warning and tell the Israelites, give warning about what's to happen. And if you have this information that Yahweh Bash and Yahweh Shai has given to you, and you choose not to use it, or not to use it, but you choose not to speak on it and warn, it's going to be required from you. You know, you're not to withhold this information that Yahweh and Yahweh Shai has given to you. Revelation, which we always go into, especially in these times. You should know it by now. Revelation 13 and 16, and it reads, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, or in their foreheads. Now, what is this? This is that C-hip that we've been talking about. This is that mark that we've been talking about. This is Job 10 and 14. If I sin, then thou markest me, if thou wilt not acquit me from my iniquity. And what is acquit? Let's get that. Let's get the definition of acquit. Acquit.
Someone from a criminal charge by a verdict of not guilty.
So Job is saying, free from a criminal charge by a verdict of not guilty. That's acquit. So this is what Job is saying. If thou would not free me from the charge of my iniquity. What is iniquity? Iniquity is sin upon sin. Now only the Israelites can sin. So again, when Ezekiel 3 and 17 is talking about warning, 3 and 18 is talking about warning the Lord's people, this is the job that has been given to the men who have the understanding of these scriptures. You're charged, meaning you're commanded to go out on the highways and byways and on this WWW unicorn to speak and prophesy about what's to happen. That is your job to do, to wake up your people. Jump to the next chapter, Revelation 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, what's going to happen to them? The same shall drink the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. Righteous anger. Indignation is righteous anger. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone. Now, we should understand what tormented is, but the fire and brimstone, what is that? That is when those nuclear HBIMC missiles, I hope I'm saying that right, when those nuclear warheads hit, is going to turn Babylon into a lake of fire. This is what John is seeing in Revelation. He is seeing fire and brimstone in the lake of fire. In the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. Who is the Lamb? The Lamb is Yahweh Shai. That's who the Lamb is. And the angels are the Alahayim, are the gods. And those are going to be, that's going to be the new heaven that's going to come down after, you know, all the situations that happen with the nuclear warheads in WW3 take place. That new Jerusalem is going to come down, and we're going to start. Well, Abba Raktasah be part of the hopeful elect. But they're going to start. I need to stop saying that. They're going to start looking. They're going to start looking for the survivors that hid in those bunkers and such and so, those elites and things of that nature, and they're going to what? Salaki, bear with me 1 second. Let me get the scripture. This is what they're going to do. Psalms 148 and 8. Maybe I'll start at. I'll start at 6. Psalms 149 and 6. And this is what's going to happen when the angels come down, when the Elohim come down. Psalms 149 and 6. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand. So they're going to have a sword in their hand. And what they're going to do? They're going to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people. They're going to bind their kings with chains, and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them judgment written. This honor have all his saints, praise ye Yahweh. So they're going to put those elites and such and so in the chains. That's what they're going to do to them. Revelation 3 and 10. And this is also going to happen. This is going to happen before. This is going to happen before the those missiles start hitting. This is Revelation 3 and 10. This is Yahweh Shai speaking, so listen up, listen good. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So this is what we have to worry about. Well, so like this is not what we have to worry about, but this is what is going to get ready to happen, and it's soon time coming, because we're drawing every day. We're drawing closer and closer to this end. The Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Barakateh Yahweh Barakateh Yahweh Shai, so we can have salvation. So salvation is to be taken in those chariots. Yes, I was just watching the Elder Apostles earlier today. So those chariots is going to take us, take the hopeful elect into those ships, and that's going to be salvation. In the NLT, Revelation 3 and 10, because you have obeyed my command, my command to preserve, I will protect you from the great time of testing, and will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. So we're going to get the spirit. The hopeful elect is going to have the spirit on them to not accept that C-hip, to not accept that mark, no matter what the consequences are, even death. That's what it's going to be. Exodus 20 and 19 in the NLT, and it reads, and they said to Moses, you speak to us and we will listen, but don't let the Most High speak directly to us, or we will die. Don't be afraid, Moses answered them, for the Most High has come in this way to test you, and so that your fear of him will keep you from sinning. So the Most High is going to show the world, the world is going to know again who the name of the Most High is, which his name is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. And the world is going to fear But ultimately, Jake is going to fear. But the sad part is that 2/3 are going to fear too late, and it's going to be no turning back from it. So once that happens, the elect already fear the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. The elect already do the best they can in following the law, statutes, and commandments. The elect do what they're supposed to do to please the Most High. But the 2/3, along with the heathen nations, they don't fear the Most High, and they're going to learn to fear Him. But for most of them, including those 2/3 Israelites, it's going to be too late. Isaiah 29:6 in the NLT, and it reads, I, Yahweh, I, the Lord of heaven's armies, will act for you with thunder and earthquake and great noise and whirlwind and storm and consumption fire. All the nations fighting against Jerusalem will vanish like a dream. Those who are attacking her walls will vanish like a vision in the night. So this is what's going to happen in the valley of Yehoshaphat. This is going to be where Yahweh Bashem Yahushai gathers all the nations, which is also called Megiddo. And they're going to do battle with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's son, Yahushai, and the chariots. Now they're going to be afraid, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is going to put the spirit on them to fight. This is something that Reagan, I believe in 84, gave a speech about all the nations joining together and putting aside their differences to fight against the unknown entity. That unknown entity is going to be Yahushai and the chariots and the angels. But they're going to get annihilated. This is how you know too, man, like you're on the wrong side if you're not following the ways of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Because, I mean, the victory is already his. You just got to follow suit. And if you're not, then, I mean, ultimately you're going to be destroyed. You ain't going to be nothing no one can do about it. So, you know, if you're against the side that I'm speaking of right now, you need to be really, truly praying hard to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai that he changes your mindset, that you could start following the right ways, because it's about to get real gruesome out here, real gruesome. And all of this is prior to well, I won't say post to the CHIP. You know what I mean? These things are gonna start happening. Some of these things I'm talking about is going to start happening after the CHIP, because it already be decided who his elect is, who his chosen is, who his prophets are, and those are the ones that's going to be the first fruits, and they're the ones who are going to be lifted up into those chariots, and then they're going to come back down in new bodies, and they come back down, and they're going to wreak havoc. They're going to have Al-Hayim, they're going to have the power of the gods, because they are gods, but they're going to have those angelical bodies, and there ain't going to be nothing Esau nor these heathen nations can do about it. And it's going to go down, man. It's going to be a beautiful time, though. I'm in that time, and I can see that time that the scriptures are talking about. And so the return of Hamashiach. Luke 21:25, and there will be strange signs in the sun. I was reading this earlier. There will be strange signs in the sun, moon, and stars, and here on the earth. And here on earth, the nations will be in turmoil, perplexed by the roaring seas and strange tides. People will be terrified at what they see coming upon the earth, for the powers in the heavens will be shaken. Then everyone will see the Son of Man, Yahushua, coming on a cloud, chariots, with a power and great glory. That's that day, man. So when all these things begin to happen, stand and look up, for your salvation is near. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, man. Song of Solomon. Let me see something. See if it's a precept. Song of Solomon 3:3. The watchmen that go about the city found me, to whom I said, saw ye him whom my soul loveth. I actually want to get it in the NLT, but I was trying to see if I could have a precept, get a precept for it. Song of Solomon 3:3. The watchmen stopped me as they made their rounds, and I asked, have you seen the one I love? Then scarcely had I left them when I found my love, and caught and held him tightly. Then I brought him to my house, to my mother's house, into my mother's bed, where I had been conceived. Now some may not understand that, but that's the Salakia. Elder Apostle Tahar was just talking about this. Salakia, bear me 1 second. I want to make sure I explain the right thing to you. I'll read it one more time. Then scarcely had I left them when I found my love. I caught and held him tightly. Then I brought him to my mother's house, into my mother's bed, where I had been conceived. And I remember it, but I don't want to say the wrong thing, so I'm not going to say anything about it, because you know, as we are charged, we're not here to make up things that we think we know. We ought to talk about things we do know. Now I remember it, but I'm gonna have to go back to it and give you the better understanding, because there has to be perfect understanding in this. There's no winging it. You know what I mean? Especially when you have the right information. You're not here to be winging anything. You teach the proper scriptures the right way. If not, then don't teach it. Matthew 23:33. Yahushua speaking. Snakes, in NLT, snakes, son of vipers, how will you escape the judgment of hell? Therefore I am sending you prophets and wise men and teachers of religious law, but you will kill some by crucifixion, and you will. Yahushua is prophesying on his disciples on what's going to happen when he leaves, and Acts, and the disciples are here to carry on with the word, with the truth, and he's going to this is what they're going to do. They're going to destroy the disciples, but this word is going to live on for thousands of years to get down to our elder apostles of GMS that we have now. I'll start at 34 again, because Yahushua is he's prophesying. He's prophesying, saying before what's going to happen in the future. Therefore I am sending you prophets and wise men and teachers of religious law, but you will kill some by crucifixion, and you will flog others with whips in your synagogues, chasing them from city to city. That's what they did to the disciples. And this is what actually before Apostle Paul became Paul, he was Saul, and this is what he was doing. He was hunting down and chasing down the apostles, which was sent away. The apostles means sent away, which was sent away to teach this word in places where Israelites was at, because again we were scattered all over the world. This is the purpose of the internet. The purpose of this internet is that we learn this truth, as Elder Apostle Tahar and Down says. We learn this truth and we teach this truth, like Ezekiel 3:17 says, and we spread it all around the world. This is how the word gets around the entire earth, or the four corners of the earth. And once that's done, once the elect is sealed, it's gonna go down, man. Isaiah, that's my son calling me, saying Daddy. Isaiah 52:8. And it reads, "Thy watchmen lift up thy voice. With the voice together shall they sing, for they shall see eye to eye when Yahweh shall bring again Zion." So we're going to listen and we're going to understand. For those who understand this truth, we're going to listen and we're going to hear our elder apostles on down speaking, and we're going to learn what they have taught us, and we're going to go out and we're going to teach what they have taught us, and know truth and sincerity. That's what's going to happen. Salakia. Chapter 56, verse 10. Let's see. See at 56. Verse 10. His watchmen are blind. They are all ignorant. They are dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all took on their own way, everyone his gain from his quarter. Come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and I will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. Kind of emphasize on that word dogs, because it's used kind of what is kind of, dog is not necessarily a bad word, but to way it's been used as lowly, like a base man. This is Psalms 22:16. For dogs have compassed me, the assembly. See how it says dogs have compassed me? This is King David speaking about dogs, lowly men. For dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierce my hands and my feet. So this is King David prophesying about Yahushai. Matthew 7:6. Matthew 7:6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet and turn again and rend you. So we're not, like when Elder Apostle Tahar says, we're not here to we're not here to debate with you. We teach, you learn. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't want to, then there's nothing else. We're not here to go back and forth about who's the baddest. You know what I'm saying? That's not why we're here. Isaiah 62:6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem. what shall never hold their peace day or night, yea, that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent. So again, we're out here prophesying day and night on the internet. So you can and there's no excuse, there's no reason for you not to understand and learn this truth. You could be on the other side of the world, different time zone, and you can listen to this truth all day long. You can this can be all day long for you. You constantly listen to the elder apostles on down a great millstone. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse for you not to know or understand or not have heard of this truth at all. So when destruction comes, you can't say, "Oh, I didn't know about the Hebrew Israelites." Isaiah 21:8, and he cried, a lion, my Lord, I stand continually upon the watchtower in the daytime, and I am set in my ward whole nights. So night and day doesn't matter. The men of Yahweh and Yahushua are out here teaching. You know what I'm saying? And when this goes on the World Wide Web, it's you have access to it anytime. Jeremiah 6:17. And this is the Lord's watchmen, the Israelites all across the four corners of the earth that are out here preaching and prophesying about the downfall of Babylon's kingdom. Because ultimately that's what it's about. It's about telling you that Yahweh Shai is coming to save us and we have the victory, and the downfall of Esau's kingdom and all the things that's going to happen in between for Esau's kingdom to fall. Jeremiah 6:17. Also I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken is listen, to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. And that is 2/3 of you ignorant people who are Israelites that choose not to listen to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. And because of it, you're going to know the name Yahweh Bah. You're going to know the Lord's true prophets. And you're going to say, yeah, I'm an Israelite, and I'm gonna do what the Lord tells me to do. But by then it's gonna be too late. You've been practicing on how to be wicked. Philippians 2:12. Your intentions are gonna be wrong, man. Your intentions are wrong, and you're gonna pay for it. Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And because a lot of our people have not worked out their fear, worked out their transgressions, worked out their problems with fear and trembling, it's gonna hit them now. They're gonna well, because they haven't decided to work out their salvation, it's going to hit them now when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua comes back. Romans 7:15. For that which I do, I allow not. For what I would, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I. Now that may kind of threw you off right there, so I'm going to read it in the NLT to help you out there. Romans 7:15 in the NLT, and it reads, I don't really understand myself, for I want to do what is right, but I don't do it. Instead, I do what I hate. So this is why you got to, for salvation, pray and work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, and pray that Yahweh and Yahushua has mercy on you for that salvation. because it's coming, man. You may not think it's about to happen, but it's about to happen. And when it does, just ain't no turning back now. So when it happens, it's gonna go down. Let's see. Get that. Revelations 11 and 8. And this is what's going to happen when after that lake of fire, when I was telling you that the Elohim are going to come down. This is the scene that happens right here. Revelation 11 and 8. I read it in the NLT. And their dead bodies will lie in the main street of Jerusalem, the city that is figuratively called Sodom and Egypt, the city where Yahweh was crucified. And for the 3.5 days, all peoples, tribes, languages, and nations will stare at their bodies. No one will be allowed to bury them. All the people who belong to this world will gloat over them and give presents to each other to celebrate the death of the two prophets who had tormented them. That's the kingdom of Judah and the kingdom of Israel, prophets. But after 3.5 days, the Most High breathed into them, and they stood up. Terror struck all who were staring at them. Then a loud voice from heaven called to the two prophets, "Come up here." And they rose to heaven in a cloud as their enemies watched. So the chariots are going to take up the elect of the two kingdoms, which is really the whole the house of David, right? Which is going to be the kingdom of Israel and the kingdom of Judah. These are two southern and northern kingdoms. Learn your history of Israel, and everybody's going to watch them go up in those chariots, and then after that, them bombs is coming, man. And for all of those who took that C-HIP, that MOTB, is going to be like right before, picture it this way, right before the rain comes to wet everybody up. Those people that you, those elect men that you see on riding those chariots are not going to get hit by the rain. As soon as they get into those chariots, the rain's going to come. Kind of similar to when Yahushua gave up the spirit, how the sky became black and it started to rain, and the temple was destroyed. Kind of similar to that. One more scripture. I read it in the KJV. Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. Yet they seek me daily, and delight to know my ways, as a nation that did righteousness, and forsook not the ordinance of their power. They asked of me the ordinances of justice. They take delight in approaching to the Most High. I'll read it in the NLT. Isaiah 58:1. Shout with the voice of the trumpet. Blast. Shout aloud. Don't be timid. Tell my people Israel of their sins. Yet they act so pious. They come to the temple every day and seem delighted to learn about me. They act like a righteous nation. They would never abandon the laws of the Most High. They ask me to take action on their behalf, pretending they want to be near me. But it's a game and it's a fraud. they acting, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to show them that he's not with them. Okay, this is one more scripture. Isaiah 55:11. It is the same with my word. I send it out, and always produces fruit. It will accomplish all I want it to, and it will prosper everywhere I send it. And that's going to be the entire world, man. And Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to come back, and he's going to put everything in its proper place, in the proper position it's supposed to be. And the world is going to rejoice because the righteous will be ruling, and the wicked will cease. They will be oppressed by we're going to oppress them for how they oppressed us, but we're going to do it in a righteous way. But even all, they're still going to deal with some serious things because of what they have done to us. Spoken, roughly paraphrasing the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Abarak, that's how you were edified with that, man. To get yourselves prepared because we're at the brink, and it's just a couple more prophecies that's going to be set off, and you know, things are going to go fast, like the elder apostles say, on down. And then, you know, we're going to be up out of here. So, Abarak, that's how you edified with the lesson. I'm going to say, Call Halo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Radash. Shalom and salutations and double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, again, where I learned this truth from, and shalom to the elect. And with that, I'm going to say, Abba, Abba, Kwam Yashala. Shalom.